Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Erik Spoelstra lauds Heat veteran for boosting team, giving us something different. Kyle Anderson has impressed since joining the Miami Heat at the February 6 trade deadline. The veteran forward was part of the trade that saw Jimmy Butler head to the Golden State Warriors. Since moving to South Beach, Anderson has played in 23 games. During those outings, he's averaged 6.7 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. Furthermore, he's begun to grow into a lead ball-handling role within the Heat's second unit. Head coach Erik Spoelstra recently told Barry Jackson of the Miami Herald that Anderson's quirky style of play has begun to unlock things for his roster. "Kyle is giving us something different," Spoelstra said. "He's a point guard. So he can set the table, he can control tempo, he can control and manipulate the defense. He can do it from the point guard position, he can do it from the low post. He just has a knack for those kind of plays and nuances. And we want to lean into that. Because it seems like a good fit right now with that second unit for him to be able to just kind of manipulate and orchestrate with his experience and IQ. Miami is severely short on ball handlers. Having a veteran forward such as Anderson, who can control the tempo and initiate the offense, is vital for the success of the team's bench unit. I'm grateful that we have Kyle because he does a lot of good things to help you win," Spoelstra said. During a recent discussion with Ira Winderman of the South Florida Sun-Sentinel, Kyle Anderson spoke glowingly of Tyler Herro. The veteran forward dropped some subtle hints as to why Herro should be in the running for the Most Improved Player award. Cade Cunningham? "Stop giving it to number 1 and number 2 picks," Anderson said. "They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. He's, Herro, getting off the ball a lot earlier than when I first got here. He's taken his game to another level this year. And it's fun to watch. It's super impressive." Herro has been one of the Heat's most reliable players this season. He is arguably the best building block Spoelstra has, as the Heat continue to project as a team in dire need of a full-scale rebuild. During a March 29 post-game news conference, Spoelstra dissected the improvements Herro has made to his game this season. "He's playing so patiently without the ball," Spoelstra said. "It's really slowing down for him. The more aggressive you are, he'll play off the ball. He's playing less and less, bringing the ball up the court and running an angle pick and roll. He's playing off a catch, playing off overreactions. He's so skilled. If you are getting him on the move like that, he's a handful. And he's burning a lot less calories doing it as well. Guys are getting comfortable getting him the ball when he's on the move." Regardless of whether Herro wins Most Improved or not, he's given the Heat fanbase a reason to remain excited heading into the summer. However, it's on Pat Riley to make sure Herro and Bam Adebayo aren't tasked with spearheading Spoelstra's team next season. Heat shockingly predicted to land $276 million superstar dealing with chaos on current team. If the Luka Doncic-Anthony Davis blockbuster trade proved anything, it's that no player in the NBA is truly untouchable. Following the Denver Nuggets' sudden firing of coach Mike Malone and general manager Calvin Booth, some are speculating even three-time MVP Nikola Jokic could see a change of scenery in the near future. Clutch Point's Julian Ojeda predicts the Miami Heat will swoop in and shockingly land the $276 million superstar in a blockbuster trade. A potential offer could include Andrew Wiggins, $28.2 million, Terry Rozier, $26.6 million, Nikola Jovic, $4.4 million, Kel'el Ware, $4.4 million, a 2026 first-rounder, a top 10 protected 2028 first, and 2030 swap rights in exchange for Jokic and Hunter Tyson, $2.0 million, Ojeda wrote. The reality is this scenario is highly unlikely, as Jokic is yet to speak out about having serious frustration with the Nuggets organization. Cutting ties with Malone and Booth just weeks before the postseason will certainly have the superstar pondering his future, but there are no signs that directly point to him asking out. However, let's assume he does for the sake of argument. Any organization would give up a plethora of assets for a chance to land Jokic, and the reality is Denver would be foolish to accept the proposed package from Clutch Points. The centerpiece of a move for Jokic being Wiggins and a pair of picks is simply nowhere near enough. The Oklahoma City Thunder and others have the ability to throw franchise-altering players and draft capital at the Nuggets, meaning the Heat's odds in this hypothetical sweepstakes are slim. There's no need to discuss Jokic's possible fit in Miami because it's obvious he can mesh in nearly any system, but unfortunately for Heat fans, this will likely never become more than a dream. Heat trade proposal lands Kevin Durant from Suns this offseason. Kevin Durant is one of the biggest players on the watch list, as chances are good that he's on the move once the offseason starts. With the Phoenix Suns expected to miss out on the playoffs and the front office placing his name at the trade deadline, it's a safe bet that his days as a Sun are numbered. In fact, several teams have lined up to acquire the services of the two-time NBA champion. One of those teams that can be a new home for Durant is the Miami Heat. It wasn't long ago when the Heat decided to part ways with their disgruntled superstar. Without an official face of the franchise, Durant could easily fill that void and elevate the squad from a borderline play-in team into a legitimate championship contender. Heat receive, Kevin Durant. Suns receive, Andrew Wiggins, Duncan Robinson, Jamie Jaquez Jr., 2027 first-round draft pick, 2029 first-round draft pick, 2031 first-round draft pick. The departure of Jimmy Butler at this year's trade deadline leaves the Miami Heat without a certified superstar. Although the team has the option to continue developing Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro into superstars, the availability of a superstar like Durant is tempting at best. More importantly, the Heat have sufficient assets to get a deal done. Miami can construct a package with one-time All-Star Andrew Wiggins, sharpshooter Duncan Robinson, and promising youngster Jamie Jaquez Jr. They can also throw in 3 first-round draft picks to spice up the deal. This is a package that would fulfill the requirements of the Suns to swap out for the two-time NBA Finals MVP. It's only natural that Durant will be looking to play for a team that will contend for a title. Obviously, the Heat can support him with rising center Bam Adebayo and former NBA Sixth Man of the Year winner Tyler Herro. Joining a gritty and hungry Heat squad should put him in a good position to end his title drought. There's no question that the first half of the Heat's 2024-25 season was marred by the Butler saga. Without him, it took some time for Miami to march on. Right now, the Heat are looking like a solid play-in tournament team as they sit in the 10th seed with a 36-44 record. However, if they want to take their game to the next level while maximizing the rise of Adebayo and Herro, the addition of Durant would be a good option. Durant would certainly be a better upgrade compared to Wiggins at the starting forward position. In fact, his addition could easily fill the void left by Butler as the teams go to shot creator. His lethal shooting and efficiency will certainly make life easier for coach Erik Spoelstra to manufacture some offensive plays. With a superstar like Durant, the Heat can get a few years out of the elite scorer. This should be enough to give the franchise a buffer period before fully committing to handing the keys to the franchise to rising players Adebayo and Herro. Although these two rising stars have quickly established themselves in the league, they're still a few years away from fully carrying the full load of the franchise on their shoulders. And you, fan? What do you think about Kevin Durant's situation? Write to us in the comments.